What if the difference between life and death was a carnival ticket? This is the unbelievable true story of how sideshow babies became medical miracles.
Imagine strolling through the bustling fairgrounds of the 1933 Chicago World's Fair. The air is thick with the scent of popcorn and sizzling hot dogs. The sound of laughter, carnival barkers, and mechanical rides fills your ears.
But amid the dazzling attractions and thrilling rides, something stops people in their tracks. A row of tiny, fragile babies swaddled in blankets, lying inside strange glass and metal contraptions. A sign above them reads, Living Babies in Incubators.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. Witness a true medical marvel.
It might sound like a sideshow gimmick, but this attraction was far from a hoax. In fact, it saved thousands of lives and transformed modern medicine. How? By displaying premature babies, some no larger than a loaf of bread, inside incubators, all for the price of a ticket.
Hey everyone, welcome back to The Curious Past, the channel where we uncover the strange, forgotten, and downright fascinating corners of history. I'm Danny.
And I'm Shan. Today we're diving into a bizarre yet groundbreaking story that sounds almost too wild to be true. That's right, we're talking about Martin Couney and his unconventional Living Babies in Incubators exhibit. Strap in because this one is as unbelievable as it is inspiring.
At the turn of the 20th century, most premature infants had almost no chance of survival. Incubators, those now standard life saving machines, were new, unproven, and widely dismissed. Hospitals refused to invest in them, and tragically, many preemies were simply left to die.
Some doctors even believed that if these tiny babies did survive, they would pass on their frailty to future generations. It was cold, it was callous, and it was the medical norm.
But one man saw things differently. Martin Couney, a German born doctor, believed incubators could save these babies. His credentials were murky at best, but his determination was undeniable. The problem, no hospital wanted to take the risk.
So he took his life saving mission somewhere unexpected.
Rather than fight an uphill battle with the medical community, Cooney went straight to the people. Starting in the early 1900s, he set up exhibitions showcasing real, living premature babies inside incubators, charging fairgoers a small fee of 25 cents to see them.
Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds kind of messed up. Turning vulnerable babies into a spectacle? But here's the truth. The money from these exhibitions funded the care of the babies.
Parents never paid a cent, and Cooney's survival rates were staggering. Nearly 85% of these infants lived. That's better than some hospitals even today.
He employed skilled nurses, maintained strict hygiene, and used techniques far ahead of his time, and soon his work gained traction.
While Kune traveled to world fairs, he set up a permanent facility in one of the most famous amusement destinations of all time, Coney Island, New York.
For over 40 years, from 1903 to 1945, his incubator facility operated in Luna Park and Dreamland, two of Coney Island's biggest attractions.
And even when Dreamland was tragically destroyed in a fire in 1911, Cooney kept his life saving work going at Luna Park, ensuring that premature babies had a chance to survive.
By 1933, Cooney's exhibits were drawing massive crowds. But at the Chicago World's Fair, his work reached new heights. Thousands of spectators lined up, eager to see the tiny babies inside the glass incubators.
Many had never seen a premature baby before. At just 2 pounds, some were small enough to fit in the palm of a hand. People gasped as they watched nurses feed them with miniature bottles and adjust the temperature control chambers.
At first, skeptics accused Cooney of running a scam, but the proof was in the results. The babies were thriving. His meticulous methods, strict sanitation, constant monitoring, and cutting edge technology were working.
And soon doctors began to take notice.
Despite his undeniable success, Cooney was never fully accepted by the medical establishment. But he didn't let that stop him.
For decades, he quietly saved lives. pioneering the future of neonatal care while hospitals drag their feet.
By the time incubators finally became standard hospital equipment, Cooney had already saved over 6,500 babies and charged parents nothing.
One of those babies was Lucille Horn, who went on to live a long, healthy life, passing away at age 96. Another was Beth Allen, whose father begged Cooney to save her when doctors had given up hope. Reflecting on her life, Beth once said, "The older I get, the more appreciative I am of the opportunity that I was given to be here, to share my story, and to live the wonderful life that I have."
These are just two of the thousands of people who owed their lives to a man once dismissed as nothing more than a showman. But as history proved, Martin Cooney wasn't running a spectacle, he was pioneering the future of neonatal medicine.
Would neonatal care exist today without Cooney's unconventional methods? Maybe, but would thousands of lives have been lost in the process? Absolutely.
His story is one of innovation, determination, and compassion. What was once considered a strange carnival act turned out to be one of the most important medical breakthroughs of the 20th century. And that's a story worth remembering.
Thanks for watching The Curious Past. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into history's weirdest and most inspiring moments. Until next time, stay curious.